Good evening, and hello everyone. How are we doing? Merry Christmas to one and all. This stream will be the last one I do before Christmas hits in a few weeks' time, and even actually I think it might even be the last one of this year, potentially. Let me just look up the dates actually. Yeah, it'll be the last one of the year, because the Saturday after is the 1st, so I don't even know if I'm going to do one on the 1st of January, so happy 2022. So yeah, hello everyone, hello Spider Kid Productions, Dodson93, Jurassic Hero, Rob Rice, Gary Fife, On The Job Filmmaking, Matt the Kentro Lover, Roof Shaw, and Spensimus. Doing good. How about you, Jack? I am doing good. I am ready to do some painting, and I'm just going to get into it because I'm on this frame where the Megalosaurus is walking, and this is the final frame of big animation for episode 4, and then I'm on to like maybe, I don't know, 20 shots of characters that I need to do, and then I'm done, and then I can get on to finalizing the edit and sending it off to have the music added on. That is how close we are to the end. It might not even be 20 frames, but we will see. We will get there. And as you can hear, we're listening to some, maybe actually I've got the music up a bit too loud, maybe, I don't know, but listening to some Christmas jazz. And I don't even care if this video gets demonetized for the songs. I'm just really enjoying listening to this chill jazz Christmas music. I don't even know if you guys can hear it that well, but we will see. Jurassic Hero says, so what do we talk about? Anything you want. That's the beauty of these streams. I'm just going to paint and I will chat whatever with you guys. So me and my wife and my daughter and my sister and her family, we all went off to this thing in a place called Thurston, near where I live. It was like a big Christmas themed place. And, you know, lots of trees, lots of things to see, lots of really cruddy animatronics, which were really funny. And that really put me in the Christmas mood. So, ever since then, we've been watching Christmas films here. I've watched Miracle on 34th Street like twice already. And I'm going to watch the 1994 one, and then I'm going to watch the 1947 one soon as well. Love that movie. We've watched Muppets Christmas Carol a number of times. We've watched Nightmare Before Christmas a couple of times since Halloween. We've watched... What else have we watched? Die Hard, as I mentioned. But yeah, we're very much in the Christmas spirit at this house, so... celebrating this wonderful time of year. Jurassic Hero says, can you imagine if your Megalosaurus is featured in Jurassic World Evolution 2? That would be awesome. If someone made a mod of it, it would be interesting to see. Hopefully episode 4 will make enough people excited to do that kind of thing. Oh, and by the way, I've called this stream Mulled stream because I'm drinking... No, wrong one. I've got 2 drinks in front of me. I'm drinking mulled wine. So, cheers. Merry Christmas. Mulled wine is so good. Might be my favourite wine. Rob Rice says, thinking about how I might possibly incorporate Dino-Defenders Extreme into my series Robertverse. Nice. I think I saw you posting that on Instagram a while back. By the way, I have left Instagram. I've deleted my account I'm cutting down my social media presence, just because social media is a drug, and I'm kind of done with it. All I want to do is paint and make videos for YouTube and chat on my Discord from time to time, and just be generally chill. I don't want to be sucked into this whole scrolling through utter trash, wasting time. I'm done with wasting time. I want to get on with stuff and have fun. So Instagram for me was a place where I was like posting all like extra stuff from about Jurassic and things from Dino-Defenders Extreme, but it just wasn't worth the trouble on my end because I wasn't posting that often, and I don't know, I just didn't really get much out of it, so I left it, and good riddance. Gary Fover says, you're lowering the tails to the ground? Come on, man, unless he's swinging its tail side to side. Dude, I want to show you a frame. I want to get your thoughts on this. What do you think to this? What do you think to this pose? What do you think to this old school dinosaur pose? Hey, let me know what you think to that. On the Job Filmmaking asks Jack, what is your opinion on both Gremlins films? There you go. A film I'm actually going to be watching soon. Love both of them. I think I might prefer 2 to 1. But I don't know, 1 has this certain feeling to it that 2 doesn't have. But 2 is, I don't know, 2 just seems more fun. Merry Christmas, Epic King Edward. It's derpy and I hate it, says Gary. Well, suck it. I don't care. I hope they never make a Gremlins 3. I know they've been floating that idea around for years, but I just don't see it being good. We need to come up with some new stuff out there. We need to be creating IPs that capture the hearts and imaginations of everyone like they did. Like they used to. Without resorting to trying to emulate copy the past by doing a sequel and trying to make it look and feel like the old one, but with these HD cameras. If they want to do a film in the style of an 80s, 90s movie, film it with the equipment that they had back then, because then it would look like an 80s, 90s movie. Rob Rice says, I watched Edge's most recent video, and what he says makes me think about something in Jurassic Park that they might possibly mention. I have no idea who Edge is and what they've said, so that's kind of a vague thing. You'll have to explain yourself a little bit more, and then I'll understand what the heck you're talking about, Rob. Jurassic Hero says, have you watched Rampage? If so, what's your opinion? I didn't care about it. I've seen it. It's just a bit boring and naff. Why would they say Gremlins 2 never happened if they make a third one? Why would they retcon 2 out? Is that what they're saying they might do? I don't keep up to the news with movies much anymore, so... You'll have to tell me. Okay. Yeah, like the new Halloween. Well, that kind of sucks. That means they're taking it too seriously. Already. Before they've even made the movie. Edge is a paleo YouTuber. He most recently talked about paleocolonialism. It made me think about how either InGen or the other genetics companies might be extracting amber or fossils. What the hell's paleocolonialism? What's your favourite movie from your childhood? Says Jurassic Hero. He says mine's Polar Express. Damn good choice. Love the Polar Express. I mean, it would be a bit too obvious to say Jurassic Park. I have many movies from my childhood that I love, but I don't know if I could pick one. Oops. Alex Lemons asks, what's your thoughts on BBC's The Lost World from 2001, the one with Bob Hoskins? I watched it once when it came out, and I haven't seen it since. Because I found it boring then, and I think I'd find it boring now. Hello, Mikey. On Job Filmmaking says, I watched Mimic for Halloween. What a great movie. Have you seen that? Had you seen that before? Mimic's an awesome movie. Jurassic Hero asks, what's your first Jurassic movie you ever saw in your childhood? For me, it was The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and I loved it. I watched Jurassic Park, the first one, in the cinema when it came out, and I was 4 years old. First time watching it. Nice. Did you like the twist in Mimic? There's a kind of like quasi-twist in it. Oh, Jurassic Hero. Oh, is it not Jurassic Hero? Gary, look out. Look how low this tail's going to the ground. Oop, that's a bit of a thick tail. At least tell me they broke it. No, it's just walking along and it's bobbing its tail down. Like an animal could do. Do you think kids would see this? I don't know, maybe. That's interesting. Mikey says, I didn't expect to like Jurassic Park when I first saw it. I thought the effects would be dire. Interesting. On the Job Filmmaker says, I wanted to watch that movie called Monster from 2016. If any of you have seen it, is it any good? I have no idea. Right, now. Let's do this. Gary, if you're watching, what do you think to the hands here? Have I watched Frankenweenie? No. I think I started watching it one time, but then I stopped, and it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying the movie. I think something else came up that stopped my viewing of it. That's the Tim Burton movie, right? About the kid who revives his dead dog or something? You know what, from your point of view, I don't even care to lecture anymore. Your work, your rules. I was going to say, I have a nod for you, Gary, in this. There's a couple of frames in this look where this I made the Megalosaurus have both versions of the wrists. So it's like no one's ever seen a dinosaur like that before. They either draw them with the wrists facing inwards or with the wrists like this, but has anyone done one where they're like this? Hello, Siaka. He says, okay, I'm intrigued. They can twist them, just like we can. Oh, look at the magic wrists! Whoa! Anyway, Merry Christmas. It's both scientifically accurate and scientifically inaccurate. You've created a monster, says On the Job Filmmaking. Technically, it's entirely scientifically inaccurate. So, even if the wrists were facing inwards, that doesn't matter. I mean, the big massive horn on the front of its face and the entire skull structure and the way it's standing and everything might be an issue as well. But I don't care, because it's my dinosaur. And it's been designed to be recognizable rather than accurate. So how would it pick up small objects with pronated hands without opposable thumbs? Can it bend its wrists like we do? It doesn't do anything with its hands except pick itself up when it's standing up. I don't know. I can't even remember if I've drawn it to do something with its hands. I can't remember. Sometimes you just gotta make beasts, says Siaka. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's all about what the role of this monster plays in the story. And its role is to be a creature from a bygone prehistoric kill or be killed era. Vicious, primordial, teeth and claw era of Earth. Survival of the fittest. I mean, that still applies today, but whatever. Dino Park Media says the thumbnail is amazing. That's from a episode of a British show called Red Dwarf, which is possibly my favourite TV show of all time. And it's from an episode called Wax World, where, if you don't know the story of Red Dwarf, it's about all these guys trapped in space. And there's an episode where they land on a planet where humans had built this giant theme park of wax characters, like you'd get a Madame Tussauds, and one of them is Santa. And then there's all the wax characters of like Hitler, Mussolini, like all the worst people in history. All their wax models are evil, and they have a big war. And so one of the characters in the show pits the remaining good guys who are left against the bad guys, and one of the good guys is Santa, and they go to war, and there's this brilliant shot of Santa, which is the thumbnail, where he's standing with a gun just going like shooting. It's great. It's a funny episode. Enjoy those Christmas vibes, man. Dino Park Media says, have you already done a response to Camp Cretaceous Season 4? I responded to you on Discord. I sent you a link to my previous stream where I discuss my thoughts on Camp Cretaceous Season 4. And I don't want to go through it all again because I've said what I've said. And yeah, safe to say, blech. That's my review. My short recap. Previously on Jack's review of Camp Cretaceous Season 4. Blah. That's it. Yeah, the stream you're looking for is why Die Hard is better Jurassic canon than Camp Cretaceous. Fact. Hello, Jurassic production. Just let it snow, guys. Snow, snow, snow. Jurassic Hero says, I watched episode 1, I'm assuming of Dino-Defenders, and when you said these dinosaurs were modern day animals evolved naturally, the episode explained they were created by a hybridization of modern day animals. Are you sure they weren't genetically engineered theme park monster like Jurassic Park? No, I only explained that they got the dinosaurs from fossils, and the only hybrid is the leopard seal hybrid in the show. Right, that's that. Now what I'm going to do is slice the head in half, like so. Cut that down. Move this under here, and then that's a way of making the head look like it's looking away. It's a cheeky little way of doing it. A cheap way. Cheap way of doing it. Cheapy. And then I'll just stick those two back together and call this 127. Jurassic Production says, I hated Camp Cretaceous Season 4. Don't blame you, man. So Twister and Die Hard in your Jurassic headcanon is kind of like 10 Cloverfield Lane being a sequel to the original, except only retaining a few things from the world. Yeah, there's a little bit more goes into it, but you'd have to watch the previous stream. Jurassic Production says, my favourite episode of Dino-Defenders Extreme is 3. Don't blame you. Good episode. I think episode 4 might be everyone's favourite when it comes to it. I love that scene with what the Megaraptor did, the whole backflip. Yeah. It's like I remember coming up with the idea for that, and I just thought, why not? Let's just have this dinosaur just do the most insane thing, where it's just like just does this like insane backflip. It's like a I don't know, you see like a leopard or something do those kind of things. I just thought it'd just be so ridiculous and awesome at the same time. Siaka says, I think I've exhausted my Season 4 opinion by now. Yeah. Yeah, you can stop the joke now and bring out your real opinion of Camp Cretaceous Season 4, that it was the worst thing you ever saw. We all know that's what you're really thinking. Mikey says, would the Megalosauruses know that they moved paddocks? Yes. It's different smells for one. You watched episode 3 almost 2 years ago when it premiered. It was 2020, wasn't it? It premiered. So it wouldn't have been 2 years. It would have been like... So now, I'm just going to duplicate that because I'm going to keep this as the head. It's June 1st, 2020, I believe it premiered on. Is Spinosaurus going to be in episode 4? No. There's no Spinosaurus in the series. I've said it before in the past. No Spinosaurus, no T-Rex, no Stegosaurus, no Triceratops, no Parasaurolophus. None of the like big dinosaurs that everyone expects to see. And even then, the ones that are in the show are like, like not even accurate to their real life counterparts. Like, case in point, the Megalosaurus. Will there be a Mosasaurus? Nope. You should go back, and the closest thing to the Mosasaurus you're going to get is the leopard seal hybrid. You should go back and watch episodes 1, 2 and 3. And you'll be all caught up, ready for episode 4. I kid you not, I've been listening to like these live streams of coffee shop ambient live streams. What is this one? This one's called Christmas Jazz Music Coffee Shop Ambience Relaxing Christmas Jazz Cozy Caf 24/7 from the channel Coffee Shop Music. I've been listening to these while painting over the last few days. I've kind of, the only thing, like all my, like I said, I left Instagram. All my social media presence now is YouTube and Discord, and even then I haven't really been watching much of my subscriptions on YouTube. I've only been listening to this and painting and just stepping away from all the craziness of the world, aside from the news in the British politics right now and a few chat groups on WhatsApp. But aside from that, I've been really like stepping back, and God, it's refreshing. It's so nice just to let your hair down and listen to Christmas jazz music coffee shop ambience relaxing Christmas jam cozy jazz cozy caf 24/7. That relaxing title. On the Job Filmmaker says, well, would you rather have something accurate or your amazing designs? If I was going to do accurate, I'd be doing something that requires them to be accurate, but this show doesn't require me to. I wanted to just draw dinosaurs how I wanted to. Like, I just wanted to like just draw them without even thinking about it, really, just make it fun. Jurassic Production says, question, why does the Dimetrodon have a cat that appears on its sail? It's an advert. You're gonna have to wait and see. Hey, Gary, if you're still watching, look, you're gonna be happy because it's walking. The tail is going to start to go back up a little bit. Oh, are you excited? The tail's leaving the ground. It's because I'm animating the bobbing of the tail, so like the way the tail goes, like that goes. This dinosaur is sponsored by Fizz Milk, says On the Job Filmmaking. Exactamundo. Even though the Dimetrodon is not a dinosaur. Yes, that's right. What is your favourite dinosaur from Dino-Defenders Extreme? That is actually a tough question, because it's either this guy we're looking at right here, or the Megaraptor. And I want to wait till episode 4's out and really like soak in, because the music adds to the characters and everything. So it's like I want to see this guy in action with the music behind him and all that sort of stuff and all that jazz. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, you'll have to wait and see, Gary. This late Permian mammal-like reptile is sponsored by Fizz Milk. You should make a soundtrack score. I will probably get around to doing something like that at the end of it. All the like Dino-Defenders Extreme merchandise will be coming out after I finish the whole thing. So you've got to look at this like a film production, because that's basically what I'm working on. So I'm going to stick all the episodes together and it's going to be feature length. And because it's like practically a one-man army, it's like I'm trying to do the job of like an entire film studio. Mine's Knifehead because I love Pacific Rim. Oh, he has a new name now, and obviously Big Shark, I don't know if you're going to come to this stream. He usually watches these back, so if you're watching now in the future, there's a new nickname for this guy here. Came up with by Jack, who is, I believe, watching, because I've seen him in the chat. I think I saw him in there. Yeah, he's here. Called Ol Snouty. So, which I really laughed at. So it's gone from Bladekin, which was the original name, but that doesn't roll off the tongue like Ol Snouty. So. Do your dinosaurs have names? No, not really. Although Old Snouty, but not in the show. Oh, except Cornelius. Tell a lie. Cornelius is one. I watched Pacific Ring this morning. Have you watched The Last Duel yet, Jack? The new Ridley Scott film. I watched that the other night. That was amazing. It was nice and refreshing to watch a film that actually felt like a movie. Didn't feel commercialized. Didn't feel like some sort of another brick in the wall of the MCU or anything like that. It was like a nice just... Oh, you told me to watch it. Oh yeah, you did. I forgot. I remember seeing hearing about it a while back. But I guess, yeah, you told me that it had come out. But anyway, everyone else who hasn't seen it, you should watch it. It's good. Although the subject matter might be a bit not for the younger audiences. Nah, I don't want nicknames for my dinosaurs. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm not nicknaming them. I think naming things just makes them cringy. So like when people call the T-Rex in Jurassic Park Rexy, I mean Blue makes sense because it's called Blue because it's like the like army code names, and it's like that's like they actually have given it a name in the thing. But like when you start calling like the T-Rex Rexy and stuff, it's like, oh, it's just cringe. Crazy to read about the real story behind it. I haven't actually looked that up. Excuse me. Is the Megaraptor a male or female? I believe it's a female. I can't remember. I think our character mentions its gender in the in episode 3. Although I will say this, it doesn't really matter to the plot. Whether they're male or female. Isla Sauna Communication says, something about listening to a saxophone and watching someone paint is pretty peaceful. Merry Christmas. Dr. Saurian says, is the Megaraptor full grown and is the only one that's going to be in the series? Yes and yes. On the Job filmmaker says, I was going to watch The Last Duel in cinemas with my friends, but every movie in the cinema had been moved to a later date. Yeah, I see. We were going to go watch it, me and my wife, but it was only on at like 11 at night, and obviously we had to hire a babysitter because of our daughter, and so we ended up going to watch June instead. And oh boy, did I wish we were watching The Last Duel instead. Dr. Soren says, what animal do you base the looks and behaviour of all the prehistoric animals you have done? Myriad of things. I did mention a minute ago that like the Megaraptor doing a backflip was like sort of inspired by how I've seen like big cats do that off trees and stuff, or even domestic cats. What else? The Megalosaurus, this one we're looking at here, does something that's like a bird, but I don't really want to say too much. Jurassic Production says, I noticed something. You teased the Megalosaurus 3 years ago, I think. Yeah, I think it might even be longer than that. Let me get my channel open. I'll have a look. I think if I scroll all the way back to when I first teased it. 4 years ago. There's a video on my channel called Designing the Megalosaurus from 4 years ago. 8 minutes long. From September 27th, 2017. Yeah. And it's not like, and those were early designs, so it's been a long time coming. You haven't even seen these guys be into the series yet. Like I have been committed to this series for a very long time, and all because I just love storytelling. And not only that, I wanted to make content on YouTube that you don't get anywhere else. Like, I don't know of any other YouTubers out there who are making a cartoon series or movie like this, and live streaming the whole thing. I mean, if there are out there, it'd be interesting to see them, see what they're like, but the Megalosaurus that you designed is great. May not be paleo art, but it doesn't matter. It looks cool. Mm-hmm. He's the Sonic Communications man. I haven't seen any of this stuff. I have not seen your animations at all, but I will watch it and watch it knowing that it'll be better than CC. Dude, I think you'll definitely think it's better than Camp Cretaceous. Like, I'll show you something. I'll show you something from episode 3. So this episode's already out, but I'll show you something. Where are we looking? Yeah, will you get will you get stuff like this in Camp Cretaceous? I don't think so. already sold on it. Will you have voices for this one? Not this episode. Not the episodes that are like how I'm doing them at the moment. But I am considering when I... So, like, let me try and explain this. So, all the episodes you're seeing at the moment when they come out are still work in progress. When I get to sticking all the episodes together and making it one long movie, that's the actual finished product. That's like Dino-Defenders Extreme. That's what it will be called. It'll be called Dino-Defenders Extreme, and that'll be the whole thing. And that is where I'm considering potentially doing something with voice actors. But I don't know. I'm going to have to see how it works out, because I want good voice actors, and considering that it requires like a full-on acting range, like proper acting in my personal opinion, because of like the range these characters go through and all that sort of stuff. I'd want it to be really good. I don't want it to be you'd be able to tell that it's just someone in their bedroom recording their voices. I want it to be like good. So I'm thinking about it, but I don't know how what my budget's like, or what I can achieve, what actors I can get in, how good the recordings could be. I'm gonna have to do some research if I want to do that. So it might just stay the same without voice actors, like it is like a motion comic. Hello, Big Shark. There you are, and thank you for the $2 tip. He says one for the road. Thank you. Clayton would be good for acting. Yeah, I would want to get him involved. You know, he's a producer of the series, so... And by that I mean he supports the Patreon, and I show him early stuff. Gang 5 says you could sell Dino-Defenders Extreme to Adult Swim or Tooney Animation Studios. Well, this is the thing, like, the whole reason I'm making this series look like storyboards with the text in bubbles is like, this is... I can use this to pitch to an animation studio and be like, this is what the dialogue is, this is what the show looks like, this is what the framing's like, this is what I want it to look like, character designs, everything. Like, it's already practically done. So, but like, because of the way I work, it's like, I know how hard it is to get something like this produced on a massive budget. It's like trying to get something done like this on a massive budget is near impossible without massive studio interference and all that sort of stuff. So by doing it the way I'm doing it, at least you guys can watch something that's relatively complete and unfiltered. So at least that exists. Because, you know, you never know what's going to happen, guys. You don't know if your luck's going to end tomorrow. You don't know. So best to just try and do as much as you can and have fun while doing it. And like, it's not necessarily, it's nowhere, well, it's not about the success for me with this show. It's about telling a story and going on a personal journey of learning new crafts and, you know, broadening my talents and my experiences. And yeah, that's what it really boils down to. And meeting you guys and having fun. Will you make another series about dinosaurs? Not too sure. I have written a book about dinosaurs. I'm making this series about dinosaurs. I've worked on the Jurassic canon. Like, officially worked on Jurassic. And it's like, I'm a little bit dinosaured out. Dr. Sorin asks, did you enjoy the Scorpius Rex design or not? Also, what genders are both the Megalosauruses and all that? Yeah, this one's the male, the other one's female. The Scorpius Rex was weird because when I just look at its face, I'm like, no, I don't really like its design. But then there's certain shots in the series where I'm like, yeah, that looks really cool. Like, I do really enjoy the shot where it like screams up at the sky or whatever. It looks like a genuine monster. But I don't think the Scorpius Rex was needed at all. So yeah, I don't really care about it. Plus, it kind of undoes the Masrani woo scene in Jurassic World. Is Proceratosaurus in part 4? No, actually, I can say that. Cornelius doesn't make an appearance in episode 4, but will in episode 5. Gary first, the Jurassic canon. Well, that didn't go so well for you, did it? I'm referring to the story where the Baryonyx swims to the mainland and the concept art with the Dilophosaurus in the control room. Eh? Oh, what? Regenesis. Regenesis was never canon. Regenesis was a pitch for a comic book that we were working on, like an animated comic book, or which incidentally resulted in Dino-Defenders, or a printed media version of comic book. That's what we were pitching the idea for, but no one bit. The fans didn't make a fuss about it enough to get onto Universal's radar, and the people we told at Universal weren't the right people to tell, and the ones we did tell weren't too bothered to take it any further because they weren't exactly in that ballpark to do that. So like, you know how the fandom kicked up a huge fuss about that Hammond prequel movie? Like, oh, they're making a Hammond prequel film, and it's like, no, it was a fan project. And they say that in the articles, but like all the fans were talking about it and like making it as if it was almost official news. It's like, we got a little bit of that for Regenesis, but I don't think people explained what we were doing with it as best as we could. So whatever. And there's always a chance in the future for something like that to happen, potentially, so we'll see. We'll see where life takes me. We'll see what road I'm on.
Hello, hot creamy fart. Big Shark, I'm curious, why are you not excited for Dominion? I'm curious, because I saw you say that in my Discord, but I don't think I asked you about it. Why not? I'm interested. Ease of Sauna Communications. It is seriously nice that Therizinosaurus is in Dominion. Oh, did I forget to say spoilers to others? Blah, 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 whatever. And anyway, something that is new besides a theropod, a different threat, really cool. Yeah, and trust me, it's awesome. Dr. Saurian says, Dino-Defender would be a great series for the Jurassic franchise if you have a bigger budget to work with. The story of Dino-Defenders Extreme wouldn't fit the universe of Jurassic Park. It looks like it, but trust me, once you've seen episode 4, and especially episode 5, not so much. Hot Cream Fast says, I love how the Christmas episode is the one you don't use the Polar Express soundtrack. Yeah, I know. I actually did have it lined up, and then I thought, nah. I said, I don't care about monetizing this episode. I'm just going to listen to what I want to listen to for once. Just imagine if episode 5 is 2 hours long. Oh my god, no, that'd be so much work. I don't know how long it's going to be saying that, but how long is episode 4? I don't know yet. Isla Sauna Communicator says, wait, I'm a new subscriber. Is this joke about Jack seeing Dominion true? Yeah, I've seen Dominion. But I can't talk anything about it. Big Shark. Let's have a Jurassic Media just killed it for me. Well, Big Shark, all I can say is, because obviously I can't say anything, is that you know me, you know my thoughts on this media that's got you down. I really love Dominion. Hopefully that will help. I don't think you need to worry about this external media having an effect on Dominion. Let's put it that way. Which animal in the series did you enjoy drawing and designing? Also, if you have a chance, would you change some things in Dino-Defenders, says Dr. Saurian. The Megaraptor was one that I really enjoyed designing. And yes, but when I get to gluing all the episodes together, making the movie, that is when I'm going to make those changes that I want to make. So that's also a good thing of doing this, because I can watch the episodes back and think about what I've done and then edit. He's the Sauna Communications says, well, shit, that's cool. I bet you have to keep it under wraps. Yeah, I'm under NDA, so I think it's safe to say, like, because I've worked on the Jurassic canon in the past, like I've known about, well, yeah, I've known a lot of things since for a very long time. Jurassic Productions question is the prologue in Jurassic World Dominion. The Cretaceous, the whole like set in the Cretaceous period wasn't in the cut we saw. They were still questioning it at the time whether they wanted to keep it in or not, and Colin, I believe, has said this in a interview that it's not in the final cut. So the Cretaceous period bit. Scooby Snack says, am I the only one pissed off that the Spinosaur changed in Camp Cretaceous Season 4? Yeah, I think everyone would wish it would sound the same. I believe, though, I've heard rumours that that is something to do with licensing, to do with the fact that the Spinosaurus roar is a roar copyrighted by Skywalker Sound, and Skywalker Sound don't do the noises for Camp Cretaceous, and maybe there was some sort of like paperwork that they couldn't get through to get the license to use the correct roar for it, which sounds convoluted and like, how is that a thing when you're working on something Jurassic? Like, you think they'd just be able to get the Spino roar. I think Jurassic World Evolution 2 uses it, but yeah, I've been hearing rumours of things like that happening, so. On the Job Filmmaker says, I just imagine Camp Cretaceous isn't canon and it's just a fun Jurassic cartoon. Well, yeah, that's what it should be. Jack says, I hate dinosaurs. I'm glad they're extinct. Me too. Me too. 100% agree. That's not even a joke. I'm glad dinosaurs are extinct. He's the Sauna Communicator says, wait, again, I'm a new subscriber and I'm a dumbass about asking, but how are you able to see Jurassic World Dominion? Colin invited me to an early show, well, to a screening at Pinewood Studios, so we could give feedback and discuss. And you know, I obviously can't talk about what we talked about, but me and Colin sat down a few days later. We had a Zoom call or a Skype call, I can't remember which. I think it was over Zoom, and chatted about it for 2 hours. And I gave my feedback, and we went deep. We went really deep, and it'll be interesting to see if our conversation. I think he liked it, but yeah, I can't talk about it. So anyway. Keep them dead, yes. Keep dinosaurs dead, or else they'll eat us, says Jurassic Production. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dr. Saurian, I'm not going to answer that question about what I would change in Camp Cretaceous, because I've said so much over those like stream reviews of it that I don't really want to go over it all again. But you asked, the first part of your question said, what did you actually enjoy? What parts did I actually enjoy? Like, the Mosasaur action sequence from season 1 is good, you know, where they're on the lagoon and all that. Like, that's fun. I didn't really care about the Pteranodons on the train action sequence. Toro in the tunnels was alright. The thing is, like, some of the action sequences are good, and there's a lot of ideas in there that are quite neat. I just hate the execution, and I don't really like the characters, so... On the Job Filmmaker says, I'm going to guess if Jack was in charge of CC, the show's story would have totally revamped for the better. Well, I don't want to go too much into it, but like, my pitch when we were discussing it was like, I would have done it about a group of kids going to a camp, like Camp Cretaceous, keep that the same, and then I would have changed the characters, basically. So who gets stuck on the island? Basically, the kids get split up in half. Half the kids get rescued, and like 2 or 3 kids get caught and trapped on the island. They meet up with an ACU member who was cut off from when the Indominus attacked, a park veterinarian, a geneticist. They would have like people from different areas of the park. One of the InGen mercenaries after the raptors attacked, so you'd have like a couple of those. So you'd have this dynamic of some adults and these kids, and then you can actually have characters die who you learn about, and they actually kill them off, and it would just make it more interesting, because like I said previously, like, I'm not interested in seeing TikTokers as characters or some rich kid. Like, okay, the rich kid's fine, but, or like the girl who grew up on a farm and is like, I just don't care about that. Like, I want to see the people who worked at the park, who know the park and can use it to their advantage when they're trying to survive against these dinosaurs, and then that makes it interesting when things go wrong, because you're like, these people know how to use the park and it's going wrong. Like, there's more stakes there. Anyway, that's my... I've said this all before in the past. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna blur that leg anyway. Hello, Leo the Tyrannus. So, like, the story would basically be the same. People trapped on the island after the fall of the park, and they're trying to get off, and everyone thinks they're dead. I definitely would have cut back to the mainland to establish that everyone thinks they're dead with the parents and stuff. You could have a really gut-wrenching scene. Not too gut-wrenching, because obviously it's a kid's show, but but like one that's hard-hitting to show that they think they're dead. Maybe actually show Darius's brother standing over a gravestone at the end of one episode, so you're like, oh god, they actually think they're all dead. And they've even like had a ceremony for them and everything. Jack, what is your favourite Bible movie? Christmas movies don't count. Favourite Bible movie? That's interesting. I mean, at the moment, it's funny because like the 10 Commandments is something that I actually want to watch. I've got it on my watch list. But I can't say that's my favourite because I haven't seen it. But at the moment, my favourite one is, that's a better way to answer it, is Exodus, Gods and Kings, the Ridley Scott movie. That movie gets a lot of heat. Yeah, I don't know why. It's a good movie. Gary says, I mean, let's say we could clone dinosaurs. The question is whether they would even survive in the climate conditions and dietary issues concerning the plants. Some eat rather than putting them in cages. I'm going to say this, Gary. Dino-Defenders Extreme actually will answer that question. Dr. Soren says, did you enjoy the Prehistoric Park series, and what creature in the show Primal do you find disturbing, plain or strange? I like the main character in Primal, but also I really enjoyed the episode with the is it the witches? It was like a magic episode. It was really interesting. They were really cool, making those like weird sacrifices. It's kind of disturbing. And I've never watched Prehistoric Park, so I can't comment on that. Mammoth Chat says, hey, Christmas is a-coming. And the egg is in the nog. Isla Sauna communicates says, Jack, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I know. Die Hard is also a Jurassic Park movie. Batman Returns is a great Christmas movie. That's a good shout, actually. I haven't watched that in years. Maybe I should watch that. Whew. Hans Gruber has been working with Biosyn. Oh, you don't like Isla Sauna Communications. You have to understand this about me. I genuinely consider Die Hard 1, not any of the other Die Hards. I consider Die Hard 1 canon with the Jurassic Park franchise. You should see my previous stream called Why Die Hard is Better Canon Than Camp Cretaceous or something along those lines. Yeah, you should check that out to find the reasons why. Oh, you was in that stream? Okay, he knows. My favourite Christmas movie. I'm very partial to the Polar Express. Home Alone is a good one. Miracle on 34th Street's a good one. It's a Wonderful Life is a good one. Christmas Vacation, obviously. Prometheus is a great one. Put the cookie down. Dr. Saurian says, what in the DPG would you wish to change or have the chance to add on for the overall story for the Jurassic franchise? 100% I would change that bloody map on the front page. I'd just remove it. You know, the one with all the names on it. I'd just get rid of it and put a different poster there which doesn't confuse fans and gets me in a lot of conversations about what dinosaurs are on Isla Nublar and all that sort of. Just get rid of it. That'd be the only change in terms of what I would get rid of. And what else? Oh, and then what I would add is I would add the whole Extinction Now side of the argument. Like, and I know it's like not the DPG, but the whole other website for the Extinction Now group. Like, really build that out for the case for why they should let these dinosaurs die. He's the sort of communicator says, man, I wonder how long this takes and how much dedication. I would lose my freaking mind. Leo says, so was the trailer constructed from the only clips that were currently complete? No. Lots of this episode is complete. It's just this end. The end of this episode has this big fight, and it's like just taking me ages to animate. On the job filmmaker says Jurassic production Grant dies by falling into a wood chipper. Yeah, that's the only spoiler I can say for Dominion, that Grant falls into a wood chipper and dies. And what's good about that, why I feel comfortable saying that spoiler, is because no one will believe that it's a real spoiler. So no one's going to spread that around as if it's fact for the other fans. So I won't get in trouble. That's why it's a genius spoiler. I can say Grant dies by falling into a wood chipper towards the end of Dominion. None of you will believe me, but it's true. It actually happens. Well, that's disappointing. You haven't seen it. It's anything but disappointing. If that's true, Dominion is the best film in the franchise. Facts and Theories with George says, is there any way I can find this music? Yeah, we're listening to a live stream on YouTube. So if you look up on YouTube, Christmas Jazz, Music Coffee Shop Ambience, Relaxing Christmas Jazz, Cozy Calf 24/7, you'll find it. No, if you look up the channel Coffee Shop Music, 24,000 subscribers. Yeah, you should be able to find it. These are sort of communications. Have you ever talked to someone or a thing about Dominion, like saying, "Oh, I can't wait for this"? You talk to them because you know that person has no idea what you're talking about. No. Dr. Soren says, do you ever want to make the Megaraptor and Dino-Defender more beefy or muscular like it was in real life, or the animal have a slim look? No, I like it having the slim look that I've given it. Here you go, Big Shark. I'm doing it for you. There you go. place your bets now, everyone. I just added in the chat a poll, so you guys can vote. Vote, vote, vote. I prefer Malcolm. I'm just going to throw my hat in the ring there. I'm a Malcolm man. But that doesn't mean I don't like Grant. Have you ever wanted to have a feathered dinosaur in the series of Dino-Defender? No, not really. In terms of fictional dinosaurs, I prefer my fictional dinosaurs to be all scaly. See you later, Siaka. I know what Siaka's off to do. He's off to watch Camp Cretaceous Season 4 again for the 12th time. Well, yeah, feathers would be too hard to animate. I'm sure I'd be able to find a way, but I just didn't really fancy having them in the show. I wanted my dinosaurs to look like the dinosaurs I wanted, and I grew up watching old films where T-Rexes walked upright and all that sort of stuff, and that's sort of... Even though there's not really that kind of thing in this show, kind of, actually, but like the dinosaur here is walking horizontally, but I wanted my dinosaurs to feel outdated by design. Well, I'm going to end the poll because I can't be bothered to keep it going. So Grant wins 64% to 36. There we go. You guys prefer Grant to Malcolm. Big Shark says, no one in the Jurassic series deserved death, in my opinion. Mills. I think Mills did. He committed a crime. Yeah, well, I mean, like, he just flat out murdered someone in cold blood. Mikey asks, would you like a prequel to Jurassic Park showing why Nedry turned on Hammond? No. We know why Nedry turned on Hammond. We don't need to have a prequel about it. Yeah, it is a cool line, East Lasorna Communications. It really was an unholy thing that you did. An idea of a Jurassic prequel doesn't sit well, says Big Shark 9000. No. You could do a prequel to Jurassic World. There's plenty of stuff they could probably tell there, but not Jurassic Park. Facts and Theories with Jaws says the Jurassic prequel would take away the mystery. Well, to that I say, what mystery? Like, what mysteries are there before Jurassic Park, really? Like, we know what happened. There's no mystery there anyway. But that doesn't mean I want a prequel. Like, I'm agreeing with you. Like, I think a prequel would kind of ruin it, but I don't think there's any mystery there to preserve. Hot Cream Fart says the only Jurassic Park prequel that works is the tiny elephant murder spree. That's like one of those videos you see of, like, in India where there's like an elephant rampaging through a village or something. It's like that, but it's tiny. Mikey says, do you mean a prequel showing the dinosaurs being captured for Jurassic World? Not necessarily that. There's all the stuff we wrote on the websites. There's all the mysterious in-between stories that could be told. He's the son of communicator. So Jack, before I leave, is Jurassic World Dominion going to be awesome? I thought it was awesome, but that doesn't mean you might think it's awesome. So I don't want to answer that question with a yes or a no, because you'll have to wait and see and judge it for yourself. See you later, Isla Sauna Communications. Thank you for subscribing. You said you were a new subscriber, so thank you very much for joining the Dino-Defender train. Be sure to check out episodes 1, 2, and 3, and let me know your thoughts when I come back in the new year. Or leave a comment under those videos, I'll see it. So I'm usually watching I usually watch Brad's Jurassic Park podcast streams, and I see you in the chat there. So it'd be nice to see your thoughts on Dino-Defenders. Jurassic Production said, would you guys agree a Spinosaurus versus submarine would be cool? Do you agree with that? Obviously, if it was like like a huge nuclear submarine, yeah, I don't think that'd be cool. The Spinosaurus would be able to do diddly squat to it. But if it was like the submarine you saw at the start of Fallen Kingdom, then yeah, that'd be cool. See you later, Facts and Theories with George. Thank you for coming. Was anyone upset by the Kraken's death or just me? Says Big Shark 9000. Just you, maybe, man. I remember, like, when I saw that, I was like, no, it would have been cool to see it, like, do other stuff, but I wasn't, like, majorly disappointed. It wasn't like the reaction, you know, let's say, seeing Alan Grant fall into a wood chipper, you know, that reaction was very visceral. Hello, Titan of Serpents. How you doing? Grant is just Grant, says Big Shark. No, well, you know I said I prefer Malcolm as well, so you and I are on the same page, but Grant's death in Dominion, in the wood chipper, is so hard-hitting that it even turns the people who don't really care for the character into sobbing messes. It's gonna do that to you, man, because it did it to me. Just sitting around, I love it. I'm doing good, says Titan of Serpents. Just sitting around. Well, welcome. Merry Christmas, Titan of Serpents. Merry Christmas. Amber Production, hello. He says, I remember going to see Jurassic World. I was shaking with excitement. I thought I was going to drop dead. Did you like the movie? Sweet. Big Shark says he's good in Jurassic Park, talking about Grant, and in 3 his whole character got destroyed. I don't agree with that, actually, Big Shark. I think what was destroyed in 3 was just his motivation to go to the island. So, like, he falls for the same trick he did before. Now, that does suck, but his character is different in number 3. So, like, think when we first see him, he's actively trying to be friends with Charlie. Right? He's going out of his way to, like, be with a child, which is a progression from number 1. And then he the whole astronaut-astronomer character arc that he goes through in that movie, studying, I know it's not like the best thing ever, but like the studying of raptor communication, and that's all a progression from Jurassic Park. So he's not entirely destroyed in number 3, but like, yeah, his motivation, the actual reason he goes to the island sucks, like, because it's just literally copying number 1. And there is, like, obviously aspects of him, like, getting rescued by Eric and having to spend some time alone with a kid in the forest, because that's what number 1 did. Like, they repeat that motif, which is a bit odd. But it's not as bad as it otherwise could have been, and it doesn't last that long, really. But yeah, I wouldn't say that he's like completely destroyed in number 3. Jack, are you going to see Matrix Resurrection, says Jurassic Production? Yeah, I'm planning on potentially going to see it at the cinema on my birthday. I'm not like amazingly excited to see it, but I'm very curious because I like the other 3 Matrix movies. So we'll see what it's all about. But if the government... See, it's this whole mask mandating business. If they're mandating masks in cinemas, then I'm not going to go, because I don't want to sit there with a nappy on my face for 2.5 hours. Unless it's some stupid rule like, oh, unless you're eating. So I'll just buy a popcorn and very slowly eat it. But I mean, what's coming out with the UK government at the moment in the news is like... Why even listen? Why even listen to anything they've got to say anymore? COVID's over in the UK, don't you know? Hot Creamy Fart says, hot take. Matrix peaked with the Animatrix. Only weebs say that. Only weebs say that. Mikey says, aren't Dino Digs dependent on sponsors, so money is always needed, so Grant is trapped in a way by always needing funding? Yes, but you would think Grant, the trauma he went through in the first movie, you'd think he would be smart enough to see. It would have been more interesting if they went, I can write all the numbers on this check, Dr. Grant, just, you know, it was like the same sort of setup as what we saw in the first movie, and then he flat out just says, Mr. Kirby, there's something very familiar about all this that I'm just gonna have to say no. Like, and then we have a more interesting story about how he actually gets to the island. Like, have him learn from his mistake in the first movie. Yes, they need funding, but like, here's something that I don't hear many fans talk about in concerning Jurassic Park 3. When we meet Billy, right, one of the first things he says to Alan is, he's like, how did your trip go? And then Grant says, it's not too late to change your major, Billy, right? So they're saying they're like not going to get funding from this university or whatever. He's basically admitting it doesn't look good. And then he says, like, we're going to have to pack up in so many weeks. And then Billy turns around and says, free, I had to rent a few equipment. So Billy was already undermining Grant by spending his money on his dig site. And it's like, I kind of wish Grant had been like a bit more angry about that. But they kind of just like brush over it. He buys that Raptor 3D printing machine. And then Grant's like, this is fantastic, Billy, but shame it's a little bit too late. It's like, so he just spent funding and it's pointless. And Grant's just sort of like, yeah. He's like, you think he would have been a bit more angry. Like, Billy, you have to run this kind of stuff through me. You can't just go around gallivanting, spending all our money. Yeah, so I am planning on seeing the new Matrix on my birthday. So we'll see. I'll report back in the new year when I come back, whether I actually got around to seeing it or not. I'm going to make that foot bigger when I come to finish this frame. Big Shaq says anything with the title Resurrection I know is going to be insane or bad. Yeah, like I said, I'm not like amazingly excited about it. I'm just curious because I'm like, what are they going to do with this franchise now? Mikey says, Billy, you spent $3,000 on a 3D printing machine. That's the last time I leave you in charge. Exactly. Right, I'm now going to stop this music because That's good. Getting a bit repetitive now. We are going to go and play something very Christmassy. Where am I looking? Let's go listen to the Polar Express PlayStation 2 soundtrack. How long do you think the clones of animals in Jurassic franchise live for? I don't know, 20 years? I know, like, some of them will go over that. Maybe 50, maybe even 100. 100 years, there you go. They're reptiles, right? So they'll last hundreds of years. Tyler Sub says the Paleovet lady said we wouldn't be able to know since they're clones, which is true. So I'm just going to see how far we've come. Frame 1, it was like this. You know what, actually, I might lift this leg up more. More. How much long have you been streaming for, Jack? I have been streaming for 2 hours, 23 minutes. How long left? Oh wait, you just deleted the message. How long have you been streaming for, Jack? Yeah, 2 hours, 23 minutes. And just, like, I wasn't planning on actually going this long, because I actually had a nap just before this stream. My wife was editing a podcast on the computer, and I didn't, because I've got I wasn't getting sucked into Instagram because I don't have that anymore, and no one was really having any conversations on the Discord or anything like that. I just thought, oh, I'm just gonna close my eyes and have a little nap. So I went to sleep, and it was glorious. It was lovely. Just slept. So, and then I woke up and I was like, oh my god, I'm like feeling really tired, like I could just go straight to bed. And I was like, I don't think I'll last until midnight, and it's now half 11. And my eyes are getting heavy, so I don't know if I will. I'll probably do one more after this, and then probably call the stream quits. Because I've got a busy day tomorrow, and I should probably get sleep. Mikey says, great stream, Jack. Merry Xmas and Happy New Year to you all. Well, thank you very much, man. Happy Christmas to you too. And I know there's some people in our chat who don't celebrate Christmas, but Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Why not? What's my favourite Jurassic Raptor? Delta. From the whole franchise, Delta. Hands down, Delta. Which animal do you want? Did you want to include in Dino-Defenders? Asked Dr. Saurian. And what a good stream today. I don't quite understand the question about the animal, but it was nice to do a stream where I'm not like ranting about something. The last two streams were pretty ranty at times. So it was nice to go back to like a relaxing stream. Why Delta? Because I love the look, and I love the mannerisms of like the quirky head, and I like, we see Delta as an infant, and we see how lethal she was when she was really little, and I just love the way she just looks so menacing. I'm gonna pull up a picture now. I'm going to pull up a picture of Delta. Oh, I'll do a 4K. I'll look for a 4K picture. Bring it up. Let's go. See if this works. No. Yeah, look at this. So this is a 4K image. Look at the detail on this. God, look at that face. That, I just love the like gecko kind of eye. Like it's not a perfect slit. It's kind of like, it looks like it can dilate quite a lot, which I think is by design. I just love the coloration. No, I love just everything about her. She just looks so like mean, beastie. Good God, the CGI here. Look at that. This looks real. God, Jurassic World in 4K is just something to behold. I've got it on 4K and I love watching it. It's so much better than the Blu-ray or DVD. Dr. Soren says also Merry Christmas, and I wish you and your family safe COVID-free year from your friendly Dr. Soren, and all streams great and chip. Well, thank you very much, and all the same to you. So like I said, I'll do one more after this and then I'll end the stream. So well, actually, depending on how quick I could do this, maybe two more. Because now it's like going off the screen. Off frame, sorry. I can kind of... I'm not doing the head and stuff, am I? I'm just doing the body, so we'll see how we go. Right, so there's that one. Jurassic Hero says, so why do people bash CGI Jurassic World? The colour grading I get, but the physics, what did they expect? Having dinosaurs moving very slowly, what makes people think animals move that slow? I agree with you on the CGI, like, I don't get why people bash it. It looks awesome to me. I don't understand it, but I also don't understand the colour grading thing, because I don't get what people are complaining about when it comes to the colour grading. There was all this thing of like, oh, the movie's too blue, the movie's too blue, the blue colour grading, and it's like, all right, the film doesn't have the blue colour grading over it all the time. It has it over like a couple of moments in the movie. Like, here you go, here's an example. Like, no, where's the blue colour grading on here? Where? Look at this shot. Where is it? I don't see it. Looks very warm. You can see the sun glowing on them. Looks lovely. Very colourful. Anyway, enough of that. I've had enough rants about that sort of stuff in the past. Hello, Electric Dino 75 says, "Hey, partner." Hello there. Thank you, Big Shark, for all your hard work trying to enlist people to the Dino-Defenders Extreme Tanny Army, as we call it. That's the thing with Dino-Defenders. What I'm trying to do is give, not just the Jurassic fans, like I said, I'm trying to tell a story that I want to tell, but at the same time, I'm trying to fill a void that just 100% won't get filled with the Jurassic franchise. Like, they'll never tell a story like this. Yeah, I'm finishing at midnight, aren't I? If I'm going to do one more after this. Ay. reminds me of Chaos Effect a lot. Your dinosaur designs are really cool. Well, thank you, Dr. Saurian. Yeah, they were inspired by Chaos Effect. There's a video on my channel which I put up on my Patreon to introduce people to the project, and yeah, I reference Chaos Effect when I'm talking about it. So funny, I draw this frame, and this frame will be on screen for under like a millisecond. It will be on the screen because obviously it's got to be moving, but that's what all gives the illusion of movement. It's just so funny how like each time you see one of these frames, you guys all know that I painstakingly added bit by bit every single pattern design, every single claw, all that sort of stuff, everything. And even the backgrounds, like everything you see here has been added by myself. Except for like dust elements and that, and some effects. Handcrafted. Lovingly handcrafted. Lovingly handcrafted from moment to moment, piece by piece. I'll say this actually, I'm also planning on trying to get some DVD copies of Dino-Defenders when it's done and sending them out so people can have an actual physical, or maybe even Blu-ray, so they can have like a physical copy to play at home rather than relying on YouTube. Yeah, there you go, Hot Cream Fire. A bespoke dinosaur show. Right. So this will be the last one, and then I'll call it quits for the night. So well, quits for the year actually. So because yeah, I won't be doing a live stream until 2022. Amber Production says, when I was in elementary, I wrote a crossover story with Jurassic Park and Star Wars. I remember I made the Emperor control the T-Rex and give it Sith powers when the T-Rex roars lightning comes out. Crazy. Dr. Sawyer says, I hope you finish doing the series soon. Always great to see the episodes. Trust me, episode 5 is not going to be out for a very, very long time. You think episode 3 of this came out in June 1st, 2020, and episode 4 is probably not going to be out until, in the trailer it says December, but it's probably not going to be out until February. is probably my best estimate, because I've got to do all the music and that takes a while and all that. And then, you know, episode 5 is so far off. The only way episode 5 would ever get made is if someone dumped something like £800,000 into my bank account and I could leave all my other jobs and just concentrate on it like forever. But that ain't happening. Like, number one, I'm a dad. Kids come first. You know, they'll always come first. But it would take a lot of money to get me to commit to Dino-Defenders full time. Like, if someone, just for sake of argument, if someone dumped like £800,000 into my bank account, then I would be making Dino-Defenders fully animated, humans and all, and voice actors, everything. It would be a proper movie. Mulled stream for mulled wine? Yes, but I finished my mulled wine. I get that this is your side project. What can you pull off with $300 and a Tesco's coupon? Says Hot Green Fart. Nothing. I tell you to keep it. You know, like a show like, for example, Camp Cretaceous, a show like that, like each episode is like, God, no, I don't even want to think how much that costs to make. Like, I would hazard a guess that each episode of that, I might be wrong, but going off what I know, other series that are kind of like that cost per episode, I reckon Camp Cretaceous would be, we're talking millions in budget. Because you've got like the promotional material and all that sort of stuff, and everyone who's making the show, and yeah, you're talking millions there. Hello, Phantom Limb. How are we doing? Actually, I just want to say this. Actually, I'm just thinking. This is the last stream of 2021 that is planned. Now, sometimes, you know, you guys know who watch the streams regularly, I might suddenly have time to do a stream one night and be like, oh yeah, I'll do it then. So I might suddenly pop up out of the blue doing one. I'm not going to rule that out, but I don't think there's going to be any moment like that. But hey, I could be wrong. So until further notice, this is the last stream of 2021. But yeah, never say never. Might come a night where I'm like, oh, you know what? Big Shark says, it's fine, Jack. Take as much time as you need. Hell, I'd wait another 4 years. Good man. Phantom Limb, also, Jack, did you... I did your headcanon marathon. It was fun watching these films with... Oh, there's a siren. With the mindset that they all tied into Jurassic in small ways. It also gave me an excuse to watch Die Hard for the billionth time through a new lens. So did you think they all worked? That's the question. Do you see what I see? Do you see? Do you see? As Sam Neill would say in Event Horizon. Do you see? Yeah, I felt they worked pretty damn great. Yeah. I feel like the acting, like everything just feels similar. Did you watch Arachnophobia? I can't remember. Did you throw Arachnophobia on that list, or was it just Die Hard and Twister as the extras? Yeah, I did watch Arachnophobia. Nice. Did you catch the line right at the beginning where they're like talking about dinosaurs in the jungles? I can't remember exactly what they say. Okay, now before I go, I am just going to do the outline for the next one. Because I like to have that ready to go when I next open this file. That's it, yes, Phantom Limb. You've just brought it up. Ah, Atherton. I forgot to mention that in Arachnophobia. Atherton is his name, is his last name, which is a connection to the Jurassic Park book, because Benjamin Lockwood was in the book is known as Atherton. So in the Jurassic universe, Atherton is this different character in the film universe than he is in the book, but he still exists. Yeah, right. Thank you. That was one of the things that ticked me off when I saw the movie, and I was like, completely forgot about that. I need to go back and watch it again. How would you feel if they remade Twister? I'd hate it. I'd hate it because you wouldn't have Michael Crichton to write it, and you wouldn't have you wouldn't have his flair, and you wouldn't have Bill Paxton. You wouldn't have those two geniuses working together. The tail is always the hardest bit to do. Okay, alright, I don't know how many we did there. I think we started here. You know what, I need to move that along a little bit. I love it, it's actually going to be midnight when I finish. I thought I was going to finish early. That should be there, really. Right, let's have a look. Okay, let's undo all that. I will click save, and I will end the stream there, guys. So, thank you everyone for watching over the course of 2021. It's been a crazy year. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do a surprise stream between now and the end of the year, but if I do, keep an eye out. Thank you so much, Big Shark, for the tip. And yeah, God bless everyone. God bless everyone. Merry Christmas. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's been a wild year. Hopefully 2022 will be a much, much better year for everyone. So, yeah, I will see you later. Bye-bye.